Hey, this is Prophet from Prophecy Productions, and I have a special video coming at you right now. This is a production tip for all of my producers and all of my beat makers. I'm going to show you how to create your custom beat videos, include the tags, and batch export those so that you can upload your beats faster and better. Hey, so we're going to get right into it. What I'm going to be showing you is how to create a template in whatever software that you use for creating your videos for YouTube. I'm going to show you how to load your MP3s in there, how to put a thumbnail on top of it, how to put your voice tags over it so nobody steals your track, because stealing tracks is whack. I'm going to show you how to do all of that so that you can get your beats uploaded faster and better. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's get right to it. What I'm going to be showing you is how to create your custom template using whatever software you use for producing your beat videos. I'm going to lay it out so that you can produce about 7 tracks at a time and put your custom voiceover in there at the same time. Now, of course, you're going to need to have your voiceover track ready to go. In order to do that, I just happen to have mine right here, so I'm going to go ahead and drag that into the program. You can see it. I'll play for you what it sounds like. You can just hear a little bit of it.
Prophecy Productions created this fire.
Alright, so what I'm going to do with that, that's our bottom level track. Next thing that I'm going to drag in is going to be the images that I need for the beats that I am uploading. Now, I happen to be uploading 7 different tracks right now. So after you've uploaded your vocal tag, you're going to want to bring the volume on that down so that it does not overpower the beat. And that's your first layer right there. I brought the volume down to about -11 dB. Now I'm going to go ahead and drop in the track. This is the track right here. I lay it in. I now have my beat. Let me play a little bit of that for you. You never want to adjust the volume of the track here inside of your software. You always want to leave that set to 0. What that's going to do is keep your track at its original volume level. So I'm going to move my vocal tags down to the bottom. Going to go ahead and line those up with the track. Now there's only 2 more elements that we're going to be putting into this track before we are ready to copy and paste to lay out our template. We are going to be putting in the thumbnail picture. So I have a custom thumbnail created that looks very similar to what we're doing here. There's my thumbnail. I'm going to drag it onto the top layer so that you're able to see it. Drag the thumbnail to the total length of the beat. So you got the picture of the type of beat, you got the picture of me in there. And part of the reason for doing that is so that every time someone is listening to your beat, they're not just seeing a picture of Neo, they're seeing the picture of me. I'm the producer of the beat. There's my logo right there. My name is already on the track, and there's the logo for my production company. So this is a type of establishing a brand awareness. I want to get it to the point where when people see this logo for Prophecy Productions on any beat on the internet, they automatically know, hey, that's produced by Prophecy Productions and the Prophet X. So we got our 3 layers, and I could let it go with just what we have right here. But what I like to do is put in a film burn on top of the track just to make it move just a little bit, just to give it some more, just something to look at while the track is playing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag in my free film burns. I'll show you exactly where I got those from. Now here is the video layer, and this part here is the audio. I'm going to go ahead and unjoin those 2 by pressing U. That moves it out, and then I'll delete the audio portion. There was nothing there, but it's just better to delete it. Now take that track and drag it up on top of my track. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it to add this into the track, and so I'm going to go ahead and bring the layer of this down all the way to about 35%. And that's going to put just a slight filter style effect on top of the thumbnail that you'll be able to see here. So at 35%, I'm going to go ahead and play it for you so you can see what it looks like. And as you can hear, I have my voiceover tag dropped underneath the beat. I don't want that playing on top of the beat. I want that underneath the beat so you can hear it. And if someone were to steal this track and rap over it and put it on their album, you're going to hear that voice tag throughout the entire track, all the way from the beginning to the end. But it's not so loud that it's going to take away from the instruments and the vibe of the instrumental track. Now, after you have your 4 layers, this is the part that is really important. What you're going to do is you're going to hold down your top layer, hold down your bottom layer, and you're going to hold control and drag those out and let it go over here. Now what you've done right there is you've created a second section for you to be able to produce another track. Now remember, I'm showing you how to batch upload your beats. So all you have to do now that you've created that second section, you're going to select again, hold it down here again, drag it out again. Now I'm holding down control on a PC, which allows me to copy it and paste it over there. And I'm going to put my second track in there now. This track right here is an Amy Winehouse style track that I'm going to go ahead and drop in there. And my third track is going to be a alternative R&B Banks style track right here. I'm going to go ahead and drop those in. Now as you can see, this track right here is a little longer. Never adjust the length of your audio file. You want your whole track to play. I'm going to bring this in just a little bit like that. I don't want the voiceover to play at the very end of the track. And then for this one here, just going to make sure that they're lined up. And this one is already almost perfect. Just going to bring it back so that it starts and ends at the same time. Now, the only other thing that I need to do is put in the thumbnail for both of these tracks here. So this one here is the Amy Winehouse style. And I'm going to go ahead and drop in my Amy Winehouse style thumbnail. Drag that to the end of the track. And this one here is Banks style. So I'm going to go ahead and drop in my thumbnail right there. Let me show you real quick where you get this film burn effect absolutely free. Now I'm going to put this in the comments. I'm going to put the link right here in the description. But if you go to cutestockfootage.com, you'll be able to download all these different, and they have pages and pages of film burn style effects. You'll be able to download those and use those for free in your videos. So I'm going to go ahead and put the link for that in the comments of the video in case you're wondering where I got the cool film burn effect at. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the rest of the 7 audio files that I will be exporting, and then I'm going to come back and show you how you're going to do the rest of the batch. Alright, what I've done right here is I've created a space for me to just easily drop in the thumbnail on this channel and the audio track on that channel. My custom beat tags are already in there. It's already lined up with my film burn. And the only thing I need to do now is just drop in the thumbnails and the audio track. And let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to go ahead and put in those files now. Right here is a Sierra type track. And next we have coming up a Meek Mill type track. And I produce all different styles and categories of beats. That's one of the things that makes me a producer, is I don't just produce hip-hop tracks. I know a lot of beat makers, one of the things that separates beat makers and producers is beat makers literally produce beats. Producers produce music. And if you're looking to become a producer instead of just a maker, then it's my recommendation that you start listening to more than just hip-hop. That will make it so that you are, studying a lot of different styles of music. All right, and as I'm looking at it here, I'm realizing I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I actually have 8, but I'm only uploading 7 tracks right now, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And I'm going to drop in my last file right here, which is another Amy Winehouse style track. All right, so I have all of my tracks in there, 7 tracks. Now I need to drop in my thumbnails and then I'll line it up. So thumbnails are next. And what we have for that is we're going with Sierra type thumbnail. Let me just get that open. Sierra style track right here that I'm going to be focusing on. And as you can see, this is a shorter track, probably only about 3 minutes, just to the end of that file. Now here, you can see that the voiceover is still playing when this track ends. I don't want that to happen. I'm going to cut voiceover off at the very end of the track. All right, and next we're going to be putting in that Meek Mill type trap beat. Let's go ahead and drop in the thumbnail for Meek Mill. Stretch that out to the end of the beat. When you zoom in is when you can really see the track has a different length than the film burn or the voiceover tag. All right, that's our Meek Mill. And our last 2 tracks that we're going to be uploading both require the Amy Winehouse thumbnail. Now, I custom made all of these thumbnails in Photoshop for people who are sharing, whether it be on Facebook or Twitter or here on YouTube, wherever people are sharing these beats. I want you to see that picture of Amy Winehouse, and if you recognize Amy, then you're like, oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. And you already know what it is before you even click play on the track. And by putting my face there next to Amy Winehouse, you also know who produced it before you even click play on the track. Alright, so what we have here now, I have all 7 of my tracks outlined. Now I'm going to show you how to batch process your files. You're going to take your cursor here, you're going to take your mouse cursor and just highlight the whole length of the beat and press the letter R. The letter R puts you in a place where you can create a marker. So I'm going to put Neo. That's the beat that one is. And I'm going to be changing the titles of the tracks after they're exported. So I'm not typing in the total name of the track here at this point. I highlight it, I click the letter R, and then I type Amy 1. That's our first Amy Winehouse type track. And then I highlight this whole next track. And the good thing is if you have it set to snap, then it's automatically going to snap to the beginning and the end of the track. After it's highlighted, press R, and this is Banks style beat. And right here, I'm going to go ahead and highlight that other one. Press R again to make a marker, and this is a Sierra type beat. All right, so now it's going to produce a file name in the folder that's going to have this information appended onto the file, making it very easy for me to identify which beat is which. Now that I have the custom template there laid out for 7 tracks, the next part is very simple, and this is our last section. Go into Tools, hit Scripting if you are running in Vegas Pro, and hit Batch Render. What that's going to do is it's going to render all 7 tracks at the same time into my folder. Let me just tell it where I want to save those tracks at in my video projects, and then I have a special YouTube folder, and these are all beat videos. You can see other beat videos that I have produced are already in there, and what this is going to do, it's going to append that onto the name. I'm just going to make a straight underscore, so it's going to call it the name of the template, and it's going to append the name that I've created onto it. The last thing that you need to do is also select what file type you want to render it as. I want my beats to be Internet HD 1080p, and you have to click Render Regions. Now, if you don't click Render Regions, it's going to render only one of your files, and the other 6 files will just be sitting there in the program. Alright, so as you can see, it's easy. It only takes a few seconds. Hopefully you enjoyed that information. I hope that it allows you to upload your beats faster and in a more organized format so you can get those beats uploaded to your YouTube page. Once again, if you enjoyed this video, I want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel. I want you to like this video. I want you to go ahead and write a comment for me down below, and I'll see you again on the next beat video.